So far as topics tonight go, we gonna be talking about. I don't know if you heard about the MGM that just got robbed. The one that's actually here by me, closer to me, actually, at the National Harbor. Huh? Yeah. And it's crazy because like they really just got robbed, and there's a whole bunch of teenagers that robbed them, and it was just like we got to teach these teenagers how to do better. And I'm not even talking about the robbing situation. I'm talking about they stole a bunch of chips. But my thing is like for to do the chips or whatever, like you got to cash them bad boys in. You just can't turn that into like at a bank or whatever, and then just be like, yo, can I get $400 off of these little chips I have right here?
It all depends. Well, no, for the chips, for sure, it shouldn't be like
I
that.
was like, for chips, I don't know anywhere where you can sell that shit.
Certain casinos do got like certain setups where it's though like, say how like for example like the first time I went to a casino like it was with your mom and shit. We went like almost a year ago. I want to say some shit like that. And then there like like the tables and shit like that you can use cash. But either use the machines and certain other things, you had to type a card and shit.
Oh no. Like so they stole this from the MGM. They only stole chips. As they was running out the chip out, as they were running out the so there's like a part where you go and you have to go through like security or whatever, and they were like you have to hop over the thing or whatever, like kind of like when you're about to hop on the train. You have to go to those little turnstiles. It's kind of something like that where you have to go through to get to these to get inside the casino here. So as they were running out or whatever, they just dropping chips all over the fucking place. I'm just like, yo, what's up, Baltimore? I mean, what's up, Maryland? Like, y'all need to teach the kids to do just a little bit better than what they is doing. Because I mean, how you just gonna steal chips and shit like that? Like, you got to know, like you have to go somewhere to cash it. Like, you got to, I don't know, but like
you saying teenagers like.
These were definitely people that were underage that have never been gambling before. Because they thought you could just.
How the hell they even get in the casino? Cause I had to just think about it. They said
the
way, in the casino. How the hell that even?
The way how they even robbed the casino, it looked like it was straight out of a fucking movie. And I'll try to attach the link to this video as well too. But it looked like it was straight out of a movie. Like they was like hopping fences. They had on ski masks and everything. A bunch of skinny boys, whatever. Because they was running hella fast as well too. I was like, damn. I was just like, they just stole a bunch of chips. I'm just like, what was you thinking? What was you going to do with the chips? I just want to know. I want to know the game plan.
But I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Some niggas. I mean, when that's the young niggas don't know. Like, I mean, cause I ain't gonna lie. Baltimore kind of like Philly with the young niggas and the situations they got going on right now. So these little niggas. Like me, I would want to assume like niggas would know that, but some of these little niggas don't know nothing about but getting, being on the block and shit. So that was probably like, they heard you can cash them bitches in for money. But they probably thought like, you can cash them bitches anywhere for money instead of just only in that casino type shit.
Yo.
That's like trying to steal some Chuck E. Cheese coins and shit like that and trying to fucking use that in another like arcade situation type. You feel me?
That's basically what they were trying. I guess that's what they had in mind. Thoughts like these cheese chips was just magical. I was just like, damn. I was just like, have your parents ever taught you? Have your parents like ever told you like, oh, we went on to the night about the the casino and just told you about their night, whatever. Like, you ain't see them bring no chips home, did you? Nah. Not one chip. I didn't see a casino chip until I actually went to a casino. I mean, outside the movies or whatever. Yeah, not outside the movie though. I mean, like, I saw the movies, but like not outside the casino. I've definitely seen them. And let me tell you something. When you go, hello. Oh. When I go to the casino, I get so much bad anxiety. Like, I only play the slots, and like I'm only going with $10, $20. I have never spent no more than that. I go or whatever, and when we go up to the floor or whatever that has the like the blackjacks and the crap tables and all that stuff like that, and all those shits or whatever. That shit gives me anxiety because they are playing for big money up there. Like, I'm talking about, they putting fucking houses on the table and shit like that, cars and shit. I'm just like, damn. And then like I only play like, you know, like the dollar and under machines. So there's people that pay like, you know, $25 to like $2,500 on their machines. I'm just like, damn. I can't do that shit.
Poppy stores in the hood and shit. You know, the poppy stores in the hood got like them little machine chains and shit like that you can gamble on and shit like that. So like it's like levels to this shit now. Like it's like the poppy stores got them, boom, smoke shops got them, boom. So it's like if you don't feel like going to the casino, it ain't safe by the way, but it's like if you don't feel like going to the casino, or the case may be, I guess you'll just do that shit, or you do it while you eating your food, or whatever the case may be. And it's like they trying to ban them joints here and make them illegal and shit like that. But it's like, what's the point of doing that if you gonna still like have like casinos? What's so legal about going to a casino to gamble, whereas though you can't gamble in a poppy store?
All right, so that's another thing too. That's also holding up the stores down here as well too. A lot of people are just gambling in the like the little corner stores and shit like that they have down here. All right, so we're gonna try something a little bit new. I'm actually going to invite a guest to come on. And I don't know who the guest is. It's just a rolling queue of people. So let's try and talk to them and see what that do. Ready?
Or TikTok or Discord?
TikTok.
Alright, bet.
Alright, let's see what happens. Oops. And then sometimes it does random people, and we'll just see who pops in when they pop in.
You should go back to the joint like how you had with like all the panels and shit.
Y'all gotta bear with me. I'm still playing with this shit. And sometimes you don't get to see things until guess will turn on and performing.
I feel like fucking it might be easier for us to do it on TikTok if it's I feel like the audio probably won't be that bad on TikTok like how it do on Discord.
Yeah, we'll talk about that part later. Hold up. Damn, where'd the button go?
Yeah.
Hold on. There was like a random button where you can just hit and then like it just invites random people. And let me see this button. Because no. Those are not the guests I want to invite. Go back. Well, we'll see if they pop in. Shit, but no. You know who we haven't really heard from in a while? In a minute? Your boy Diddy.
Oh, I just seen some shit.
I know he just popped up in the news today. Really, like it's actually kind of
No, I seen some shit about him yesterday. It was like him and Stevie J was on the beach taking pictures of fans and some shit like that. It was like yesterday or the day before.
Oh really?
But they did say it was like the first time he was seen in a nice little minute though. They did say that.
Shoot, but my thing was.
And then you remember the time before that. I mean, I ain't gonna cap. I ain't gonna say did he haven't been sucked. Remember like the time before this, he was having like that big ass all white party with that big ass white bed and shit. So it was like, has he really not been seen? I mean, don't get me wrong, he's been laying low, but even like before, like he had all this shit going on. Like Diddy, this was like what we seeing the amount of press right now from Diddy minus like when he raided his crib and all that like super extra shit, the extra press type shit. I feel like before the raid and after the raid, this is about like the same amount of press we'll be getting about Diddy. Like we don't really hear too much about him at the same time. Like we still like every now and then like not too much in between, but like probably like every other month, once a month type shit. We hear some shit about Diddy. Whereas though some of these niggas you hearing shit about him like every day type shit or every other day.
I would say the news I heard today about Diddy actually kind of worked in his favor, I guess, a little bit. I guess people are trying to make like a little bit of a come up off this. And all this is allegedly, y'all, just to let y'all know. Trying to make like a little come up off this and almost like not picking fun at it, but like just also just like don't know. Basically, trying to make a come up off of it. So there's like a producer by the name of Rod by the Rod Jones or something like that, or whatever. He's a producer, or whatever. Now he's filing lawsuits and all that stuff like that, whatever. But it actually was like, I guess Diddy had proof of all this shit that he actually did not do, because it was supposed to be an oral transaction, or there was like an oral transaction, and there was some other contract, which he never did anything sexually. So it was just like, what you got going on, player?
Yeah, I ain't just low key exposed yourself for no reason.
And then I guess there's like 2 alleged allegations or something like that, or whatever, where like Diddy was like able to like have that shit tossed, allegedly. Forgot we live. We got to use that.
Don't get me wrong. It's gonna be a lot of niggas. It's gonna be a lot of motherfuckers go. But at the same time, his situation is gonna be like the same situation like a lot of niggas. Like, don't get me wrong. There's been some niggas that pulled some of their partnerships and start endorsing them and things like that, and pull some money back from all his partners and shit like that. But shit like with Kanye, when he went through this situation, he was like I ain't gonna say multi-billionaire, but he had billions before that shit, and after that shit, I believe that nigga still had like $1 billion, if not like decent amount of motherfucking change to almost make $1 billion.
Right.
Diddy's a billionaire. You take his money, status, whatever the case may be, he's probably still, unless they freeze that nigga accounts and like take all that nigga money and turn him into us like an average ass nigga type shit. And that's one thing. But I'm pretty sure like he still got some type of friends that look out for him type shit. But he's still gonna have some type of like they freeze like take a little something from him and like niggas like pull his endorsements and all that. He's still gonna have like about a good $1 billion to deal with, or a decent amount of chunk of change. So it's like it's like you can cancel like some of these niggas is like if you hear these stories and things like that, and it's like, can you really cancel them? Like, because now it's gonna be like, unless you got proof, it's gonna be a bunch of he say she say. But then like say like with R. Kelly, for example, it was a bunch of fucking proof. He was found, you know how niggas say innocent till found guilty, blah 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 blah. That nigga was found guilty. That nigga was with the proof, guilty. And it's like, niggas still rock with R. Kelly. Niggas still, so basically, niggas that say, fuck it, if they kid or whatever the fuck was in that situation, I guess they wouldn't really give a fuck. I guess, because this is like shit. I don't know.
Shit. I don't know.
I damn near see it as the same shit, to be honest.
True.
All these celebrities with power and status and shit, is like, how can you cancel somebody that got so much? Or you gonna take their movie roles? Or you gonna try to blackball? Alright, cool. They didn't already been like, say like for Johnny Depp, for example. Say like without him, without the wife provoking a lot of that shit. If he was just doing a lot of that shit, that's all despite her, just because everybody was like, oh my god, you're a monster, blah blah blah. Alright, cool. Take all the movie roles you want from me and all that, nigga. I'm still up like a couple $100 million. Just I don't know if that's the word, but just don't know a weird number. But like I'm still up a certain amount of millions because nigga, I done already had my fucking career already. What are you stripping from me now that I didn't already achieve and do and take? I already got my Emmys and my this and my that. You can't take them from me. So what do you? The fuck?
Right. And hopefully, like, you will be smart enough in your career to like start saving. Like, you hear like a lot of people just like, oh, they just went out and bought houses, cars, and whatever, whatever. But then you also sometimes you hear some stories. Like I think like Trina the rapper, the baddest bitch. She had her first check that she got or whatever. She gave her first check to her mom, and her mom was like already good with like real estate and all that stuff like that, and flipping coins and stuff like that, or whatever, flipping money legally wise. So her mom just like held on to a check or whatever, and she didn't spend any of that money, whatever. And then she, I guess, after a year or whatever being successful, she was just like, I ain't got nothing, whatever. And her mom was like, you got stuff? She was like, hey, baby, look at this. She was just like, you got properties. Her mom just took that money and flipped it. So like those are stories like I like to hear, or when you hear like those alleged stories, like Raven Simone hasn't spent none of her Bill Cosby money, or from when she was on the Cosby Show. I'm like, I think all those things are nice. I was like, hey, you gotta be smart.
Honest. Besides like, alright, celebrities like, rappers, actors, anything that would make you a celebrity basically. What always confuses me is, I understand rappers going broke because they literally got to keep up with the appearance and the lifestyle to appeal to the, had the fans still looking and all that type shit to keep the attention of the peoples and shit. So I kind of understand rappers to a certain point. But as an actor, what the fuck is you spending your money on that you going bankrupt or going broke? As an
The
actor
same thing that
wise.
rappers are spending on money, cars, houses, anything. The same
No,
exact thing.
but the thing is like it's not the same thing though because like say like if a rapper nigga bought some jewelry, he gonna buy some iced out shit or like, you know, a bunch of chains XYZ. If that nigga bought jewelry, he probably just get him like a nice little plain Jane watch and probably call it a day type shit. So it's like that one little investment I just made in this is still a nice little like I feel like I ain't gonna say all actors, but I feel like certain motherfuckers spend their money accordingly different and shit. I don't know. Like certain actors, I ain't gonna like you know like the Charlie Sheens and the, you know like the dickhead actors and shit like that. Yeah, they you know they crash out their money, they do their dumb shit. But I feel like, you know, some rappers, you know, all rappers, some niggas invest and they smart with their money and things like that.
You know what's
But I feel
crazy
like
is so like when you say like these things or whatever, like you know rappers like what can they build their money on whatever. It was brought to my attention that none of these rappers, none of these you know, I guess actors too, but I only heard this for rappers. None of them, you know, there's no 401k plan when you get into this business. There's no 401k plan. You know, there's no help. Like those are things that you pay for and you got to set up on your own. So a TikTok story that I came across. Yeah, the TikTok story that I came across a couple months ago was an interview with Snoop Dogg, and they have like a help a homie out fund or whatever that I actually thought was kind of good. I was just like, yo. And it goes to rappers that are not doing so well. That, you know, oh hey, I'm down, or you know, I'm going through whole times or whatever. Like they have like a whole little group or whatever, and it's almost to the point where like it's almost like I guess 50 Cent in this as well too, or whatever. So it's almost like you know, damn, I wanted to put money in it first, and it's like, damn, well, I wanted to put money in it first, and I beat you to it. So I kind of like that energy, like that whole like you know, like hey, you ain't in this alone. Like you know, we got your back.
They can relate to certain shit like that. Actors too, rapper actors, what they can honestly relate in. I can honestly say like they got like the same thing that's relatable, but it's all dependent though, cause like both of them, cause some of them, you know, like you can have that one hit song, you blow up overnight, you become famous, and you get all the shit. You could sometimes you could do that one as a comedian, one stand up overnight, boom, you blow up, and you know you get it or you get in a movie. Same shit with an actor. You can have that one role that just puts you in so many other roles. And you just never stop from there type shit. And sometimes it's the slow grind for all them niggas, for the rappers, the actors, and the comedians type shit. So I
you know
feel
it's
like,
crazy because you say that or whatever. Like you know you can have roles over that will make you or break you overnight or whatever. I literally just watched a couple movies and I did not realize because I watched this actress today on TV, like on the Real Housewives or whatever. But she was actually in so much shit that I watched. She was in White Chicks. She was one of the girlfriends. Drew Sidora, this is what I'm talking about. She was in Step It Up, the first one. That's the only one I like. And I was just like, well, damn, I didn't know she was in she was also on like The Game, the TV show or whatever. And I was just like, oh, I didn't really realize that was her. I was like, shit, because like she looked the same, but she don't look the same. She's thicker now. Because it wasn't like, you know, early 2000s, you wasn't okay to be early 2000s, late 90s, it wasn't okay to be thick.
Thin and shit.
Yeah, you had to be thin and whatever. And now it's okay to be thick, which is nice. Ain't nothing wrong with a little cushion for the pushing.
Yeah, but I feel like that's the most relatable shit. Like I feel like all them niggas, like the first year to 2 years of your career is you're gonna be at your like you ain't gonna really be making no money for.
True.
Even if you is got like a little buzz or a little something going on, like them checks is gonna take a little minute to process and clear and things of that nature. So it's just gonna be like, you know. But yeah, I feel like rappers, cause like I feel like actors don't really gotta, unless it's like, I don't know, I don't feel like actors gotta do as much to impress the women, whereas though the rapper niggas, they gotta buy the sections, they gotta buy like 50 bottles and all that crazy ass shit. They got to bring like a big ass entourage, like 50 to 100 niggas and shit like that. I ain't saying some of the actors don't be rolling like that shit too, type shit, but most of the time, it's like most of them homies got their own little shorty and shit like that. That's like, so everybody paired up. So you possibly might be playing for your own little shorty type shit. That might not be on my tab.
I mean, I always think about that too. Like, if I do become famous, like I have to have an entourage, and not just because of like, you know, I want to like, oh, all my friends around, because yeah, I do want them around, but like, just because of like, I'm a parent, so like, you know, you gotta have people to help you with your kids. You gotta have people to watch your back. You gotta have your security, and then you might have like, yeah, it's a lot. So like I was just thinking about that today. I was just like, damn, like entourage, like having my entourage is gonna be like staff. If I have to walk around, if I have
that's
to
the
walk around
thing.
with
If
entourage.
cause this is where a lot of niggas fuck up though, and this is how I feel as though, for me personally, a lot of niggas fuck up at when they get the entourage and they home. Like like personally, like when you from the hood and things like that, you can't necessarily bring everybody with you, and that's not saying like everybody's not meant for certain situations. Where sometimes that is the case, but it's just like sometimes you got to get your foot in the door. Or at least sometimes you may only have a toe in that motherfucker. Sometimes you gotta get your foot all the way in the door before you can be like, all right, cool, come on.
Hell yeah.
So it's like if you is gonna have that entourage, niggas, what niggas fuck up at is like, rappers. Oh yeah, they bring the niggas from the hood. Oh yeah, they just my shooters. Oh, they just blah 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 blah. All right, cool. Everybody always clown the nerd nigga. This that is that. Whereas though you go pay a random ass nigga to be your accountant. I always had this weird ass thought, like, why all these drug boys that be on the block and things like that, these little niggas and shit like that, why they don't never fucking send these niggas to law school? Why they never send these niggas to motherfucking medical school? Because you always going, when you get shot, what you gonna need to do? Go to the hospital. You can't go to the hospital because you were just in a bullshit situation, so you gonna need a nigga to pass you up under the. It's like certain things like.
And what more person to look out for
though,
you than somebody that knows exactly where you come from?
Yeah, type shit. And it's like, you rather pay your money to a random ass nigga or get service from a random ass person you don't even know. Whereas though, even if you don't use it in that situation, you can still be paying it forward to the next gen type shit.
True. But nah, I was just like, damn. But it's a crazy game. So something else I wanted to talk to you about too was, do you think we gonna get part 2 of this rap beef with Kendrick and Drake?
I ain't gonna lie. If we do, Drake better have some actual good shit this time.
Do you think Drake? Hold on, let me see if I can do this real quick. Do you think Drake went and got some help?
I mean, shit. Like, unless he go producer wise, possibly. Like, some niggas that don't fuck with Mustard or something of that nature. But other than that, like, it ain't really too many niggas that he could get to help him to try to step to Kendrick. So it's like, I don't know who the help would be for that to even be the situation. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
Who do you think gets up against him right now?
I ain't gonna lie, the only help that coulda helped Drake stepped away from him the first fucking rap battle, and that was that nigga J. Cole. That was the only nigga that coulda helped Drake in that type of situation. Right now.
But I feel like they all three wrapped up into it. This one of them is only wrapped up into it by just by association. He not even say shit. I was just like,
that's what I'm saying. Like, only nigga that coulda helped Drake was J. Cole.
Let me tell you something, Drake.
Let
me tell you something, Drake, if you're listening. Because Drake watched the show. No, you don't.
Lots of people like that.
Stop lying. Drake watched the show. No, you don't, allegedly. Anyway, Drake, if you need some help with your raps or whatever, I'm not about to say come look for me. I'm about to say, you know what you need to do? You need to go take yourself across the pond. Go get you some of them England rappers. That's the only thing that's going. I think that's the only thing that can somewhat help you.
There's nothing he can do for him to get saved by nobody. Cause one, he gotta fight his own battle. Only song that he had a feature. I mean, Kendrick had a feature was that one John with featuring him. Everything else is basically him by himself, and that's when they was really going back and forth with each other type shit. Only reason why it seemed like a 20v1 because that's when Rick Ross dropped the song, things of that nature, and a couple other niggas drop songs and shit. So that can't be helped because that don't really got nothing to do with Kendrick. So you can't really, I can't tell you, no, nigga, don't drop no shit because I'm dropping shit and then you drop.
What do you think?
Like, you can't really control them niggas type shit. So it's like,
what do you think if he went and found like an old school rapper to come and help him?
Fucking who you gonna get? LL Cool J, fucking Snoop Dogg. Fuck you gonna get?
I was thinking somebody like like Q-Tip or like along those lines.
The crazy part, them niggas probably wouldn't want to. A nigga like Q-Tip will fucking want to help a nigga like Kendrick more than a nigga like Drake, cause them niggas, he's a conscious rapper.
True.
Future probably, when he was probably loving that shit between him and Drake, he's probably fucking like, got about damn time, motherfucking niggas like us actually start motherfucking talking some shit to the. First of all, he's probably saying some shit like, first of all, like, it's probably about time niggas like us finally some fucking big dogs in this bitch, like a top 3 type status. Then about time, like, you know, niggas start talking over motherfuckers type shit that's in that status. Cause I keep saying that shit. I don't know the whole history of hip hop and all that crazy shit like that, but it ain't too many times when you see the motherfucking, if I'm the number 1 nigga, you the number 2 nigga, you the number 3 nigga. It's like not too many times you see them niggas barking and bickering at each other. For anything, to be honest.
I don't know. Do you think like somebody like Busta Rhymes can help him out? I don't think he can get that flow like Busta though. You know what? I think the only person that probably could have helped him, but I don't think it's going to help him, would be Eminem. As far as flow goes.
Only reason why Eminem wouldn't help Drake is because...
No, I don't think he would, but I'm just saying, who could have, hypothetically?
Oh, Eminem couldn't help Drake neither. That's the thing.
You don't think he could have been like Drake's ghostwriter?
And Kendrick would have still just been talking to Drake. Eminem wouldn't even been there. Shit, like...
And I actually think with Eminem fucks with more so with Drake. I think he fucks more so with Kendrick.
Yeah.
And I only say that because they didn't perform together, but they performed on the same stage at the same event, the Super Bowl.
I'll give you more than that.
And then
who do Kendrick fuck with?
The West Coast motherfuckers.
Yeah, but who is the West Coast motherfucker? Who's the big one?
Drake. Not Drake. Dre.
Exactly. And who do Dre fuck with?
Yeah, he fucks with Eminem. So yeah, I'm pretty sure he's a part of that. So yeah, Drake. Sorry. You just got to sit this one out. But if you do have a part 2, I am definitely here for it. We will be definitely listening, and we definitely will be checking that shit out.
Get a part 2. I feel like
it's not possible to get you. Wait. It's not possible to get your ass whipped twice, right?
Yeah, I feel like Drake had to learn this lesson from part 1.
Got down 1 and you got down 2.
I can't talk about, your bitch and family problems like shit. That's not really going to work right now. I got to really like talk some shit type shit. I can't do this shit like sell. Like I feel like if Drake do this shit now, like he can't be like, this is what I feel like he went wrong the first time. Like fuck all that trying to sell shit. Like nigga talk some shit. Like I feel like Kendrick was worrying about selling shit when he was dropping his shit. He was like, nigga, I'm talking to you. Like nigga, like I feel like he probably wouldn't even drop this shit for he probably would just personally send them songs to Drake.
I think it was more so. I think it was more so of a nigga, I don't got your phone number, so I'm just gonna send this out the best way I can. Like,
no, that's the thing about it. But these celebrities and shit like that, all these niggas, everybody got everybody's phone number. Because that's the thing, it's easy to get. Even if you don't got a nigga phone number, I can get in contact with your label to get your phone number. Like same shit with Drake. Like if he ain't had Kendrick shit, he can get in touch with the label to get his shit. Like so, it's like it ain't that. It's just the fact that.
It's crazy. I was gonna think about this too. I wasn't because like we were talking about lifestyles and all that stuff like that. Sorry, I was corrected. I have to start changing the way I speak. When I do become famous or make it big off of this or make it decent off of this, a decent living or whatever, like there are some things if in a fantasy world or whatever that I probably would want to have. Like if you could have a helicopter to go to work, wouldn't you take a helicopter to work?
Fuck no.
And that's the same thing too. I still plan on working if I'm successful. Like Steve Jobs still worked and all that stuff like that, and so all these other people still work. So I plan on still working too. If there is money flowing, I like money, so I like to continue to making that money flow. So I'll just find other ways to make money.
I mean, shit. Fuck, would you get rich and stop doing your podcast? And that's the thing that's making they got you rich.
Huh?
I said, why would you? I said, so what you saying as far as like like working, like getting 9 to 5 working, or like you get rich and you just stop your podcast because you're rich or whatever the fuck?
Yo, get rich off your podcast or whatever. I'm turning this shit into multiple things. I'm selling everything. I am flipping businesses. I'm dipping my head into everything. Smartly though, not all at once or whatever. At a slow time or whatever. It's just things I already fantasize about. Be like, I already have some things lined up that I want to do. Basically I would take the platform and then just turn it into something more positive, is what I'm trying to say.
But nigga, taking the helicopter to work though is crazy.
Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do. I'm always about cutting time in half. Or if I can. Even when I travel to Philly, if I can shave 20 minutes off, I feel like I have done my part. If I can cook dinner from home and go grocery shopping from work, cook dinner from work and go grocery shopping while I'm at work and everything just meet me all at once, hey, I'm here for it. I would do that. I would turn that crock pot on from work and have my groceries delivered at home just so things can accommodate me, so I can be everywhere at once. Is basically what I'm saying.
Shit, you better off just getting a driver than doing the helicopter shit.
Shit, I would get a driver too. What do you think on me?
Because you gotta think about it. Nigga, every time you filling up your helicopter, nigga, that's like fucking $10,000-$20,000.
It's $5,000. Looked into this because I also thought about it. Went from I want a helicopter. It went from
that's all depending on what helicopter you get though.
Yeah, well, I would want a helicopter that I looked into this as well too. I would want a helicopter that comfortably fits my family. And when I say family, like I think of like my immediate family as well too. So like places that we can go to, hop, skip, and a jump real quick. I also looked into it, turned into like this whole in a fantasy world, hypothetically speaking. Like if I could get an airplane or whatever too, and I looked there and I was like, well, how much space do you need to land a fucking plane? Yo, I can find some land and land my own plane and have my own little airport at my little plane and just leave at my leisure or whatever. And of course it'll be like open to my family or whatever. And something else I would do too is what's that shit called? Not generational wealth, but more celebrities like Lil Bootsy, I think it is. He bought a neighborhood and basically his whole family lives in the neighborhood. And that is something that I would do too. The neighborhood is the family, and it will be a gated community. I'm like, hey, y'all got your own rec center, you got your own stuff, you got your own little, and then on top of that, I'll make it too, like y'all have y'all own little clothes or little groves or whatever. Not everybody right on top of each other. Fuck that, because that's the shit I have been seeing online. I wouldn't want that. I would want more so of, we got some wood separating our house.
I'm just stuck on the helicopter part, nigga. I'd rather fucking.
Not the plane. You stuck on the helicopter. You not the plane part, but the helicopter. Oh well, that's because I didn't say what type of plane I want. I don't know if you ever looked this up.
Shit, my thing is though, if you gonna get a landing strip at your fucking house, you might as well get your own pilot license. Like what was the nigga, Mel Gibson or who was it, Tom Hanks? One of them niggas had a fucking pilot license.
There is. I looked into the
pilot license and shit.
Not Mel Gibson. It was we just talked about this too. John Travolta.
Yeah,
so it's funny. So where I got the the landing strip from, it's actually John Travolta and Tyler Perry that I know that have landing strips. And I was just like, well, how much landing strip do you need to land a Boeing 777, Boeing 77? And you only need like 10,000. They only need like 10,000 feet or something like that to land. I was just like, that's not too bad. And I'll put an extra fucking 10 on top of that. Fuck.
Yeah, fucking. Them bitches is expensive though.
They are. I would buy land or whatever, and I would like have my house on it as well too. I'm not just gonna be sitting there like, we're gonna. No, I want to be able to leave from my house if I was to be that successful, or that.
I'm talking about them motherfucking airplanes. Them Jones with motherfucking. God.
Oh yeah.
So be like 100 million, fucking 50 million.
Oh yes. And you know what's crazy is?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I want a plane bigger than Drake because Drake got a plane gifted to him. I was like, what the fuck is a bigger plane than Drake? It's a Boeing 77. A Boeing 77. So that's bigger and it can actually hold 300 people, whatever, but I will narrow it down to where it only fits 50. Because, again, I would want to be comfortable when we're up in the air or whatever with my family, including my immediate family. Oh, what up, Dex?
This nigga said He want to fucking fly. This nigga want to be Kobe. This nigga say he trying to fly a helicopter to work.
Yo, when I tell you,
God damn.
so there's a building that's actually used to be that's here, where I live, and it used to be called Incredible Universe. And I was just like, it's right. And back in the day, back in the '90s, it used to cause so much controversy because it was right across the street from the mall. And Incredible Universe, whatever, had everything in it that the mall had in it, but like there was 2 floors and double, and that was the new hottest spot. So they almost took the mall out of business. And the mall here is fucking Potomac Mills or whatever, you know, sister to Franklin Mills. So it was in Arundel Mills. So it was just like, damn. So that building is now like I think abandoned or something like that, whatever. But I was like, that's where I would buy that building. I would buy that opened up Geek'd Out with Trey Studios. Sorry, I keep looking this way because I'm used to the camera being there. But yeah, that's something I would open up, and then I won't take a helicopter because that's close to my house where I plan on living. But like if I had to like go into DC or something like that, I would take the helicopter. But I also learned that you get tax breaks if you use your if you use your you know, those big vehicles, your airplane, your helicopters and shit like that, whatever. If you use it for work, whatever, you write that shit off. I was just like, oh, okay. So I got to find 50 ways. You have to spend more than half a year or half of the year or whatever of how you're going to write it off, or how you have to do like 50 things or whatever, go to like 50 events or some shit like that. And I was just scheduling myself to go to 50 events.
Shit, also, if you can get a house big enough and shit, you turn that bitch to a ranch. I believe you don't got to pay no taxes on that or some shit like that.
Huh.
He noticed that's what everybody been doing, turning these shit into ranches and shit.
Yo.
But you gotta actually have like animals and wildlife on that bitch. You can't like build their own style and just call that bitch a ranch. You gotta actually have like some farm. They said a ranch or like a farm type shit. You gotta but you gotta have like animals though. You can't be bullshitting.
You know what else they say too? Put a graveyard on that bitch. You ain't never got to pay taxes or anything at that or whatever. I think they say allegedly. I think they say that you don't have to pay a mortgage or some shit like that too if your house is labeled as a graveyard or some shit. I don't know. That's all alleged.
Very freely when that motherfucking find out. How y'all going there?
Shit, but no. Nah. I definitely like fantasize wise, whatever. But yes, now that I know that you have to turn into a ranch or a farm or something, whatever, yo. The little farm animals on there. I'm gonna get me some fainting goats.
See, when I fantasize about being rich about certain shit, I was just like, alright, cool. I probably had me like a little driver situation. I probably had me like if I was to do like a crib, I probably do it from scratch type shit and have like had that shit how I wanted type shit. Not nothing like super big type shit, but something like decent enough where it's if it had to fit everybody, it could, and all that type shit. But other than that, like,
I think 8 bedrooms is good.
Shit cool, but my shit is simple as fuck. Like, the only thing I would just is like, I would just rich. I just be doing whatever the fuck I want type shit. Like, would I be investing in shit and shit like that? Yeah, but my shit mainly just be like.
But let me tell you something.
All right, cool. I may.
You hear that I want to take a helicopter to work, whatever, but like I'm still shopping at the same grocery store. And
no, like shit like that. Like I ain't like.
No, like I mean, no,
every now and then a nigga may go to a
I'm still going to be.
But I'm still gonna be like the same eating and living shit.
I'm still going to be cheap in other ways too. Like I'm just not going to be out here. Oh, I just need to go. Somebody go to Philly and get me a cheesesteak on my helicopter. No, no. Like we all going in the car and then we be good. But no.
I just be popping out. Like I go like shit. I know like I'm rich and I don't really gotta do too much. So it's like. I'll pop out to Japan for like a month, see what business I can do there, connections I can make there, then I go like I'll just pop out to different countries and chill there for a certain amount of time, see what connections I can make.
Exactly, and then I got shamed for that because I was just like I'm still planning on living here, and I probably like have a condo or something in Philly or whatever. I still plan on living where I am, just not in the same area. Well, in the same area, but not in the same house. So I would live
no condo in Philly.
Say what?
That shit now. That's ain't no point in getting a condo in Philly. I'm gonna tell you that shit now.
Nah, I got plans for Philly. It ain't just gonna be. It's not just when I tell you I have positive plans or whatever. Like I have a lot of positive things that I want to do, and one of those is get my city back on track. You got to start. I like helping out the community, and that's something that is a goal of mine. If I ever make it successful, to always help out the community in some way, shape, or form.
Well,
Especially like to get kids
what
off
you
the
had to
street.
do to help Philly out right now. You had to motherfucking have Oprah, Bill Gates, and whoever I don't even know. This is the rich black nigga or rich niggas I know of. But you had to have probably like 2 or the 4 richest niggas in the world type of money to be able to fucking give everybody in Philly like.
I didn't say everybody. We just said that we couldn't help everybody. I just want to do my part. I'm not trying to be super save a hoe. I'm going to try to do my part in the community. And the community starts with the like I said, community. Like that's just not me. That's everybody. So like I can't just be the only one working, or I can't be the only one doing it. Like I'm going to need the community's help as well too. Like yo, I put up this community center or whatever. I don't come here every day. I'm going to need y'all to, like, it's up to the community. Like, yeah, I need y'all to help me help y'all. So, like, I can't just do a situation where.
This is what I'm saying. Sometimes, this is like, sometimes, like, you see a homeless person, and, you know, you walk by, you got a couple dollars, you want to give them a couple dollars, but then, you know, you do it cool, and then you see them go back to their car, and then they, you know, they clean up, and then they dip and go back to their crib, and their nice life and shit. Shit is like that, like, and some shit is a little bit different. Like, sometimes you can't help motherfuckers that want to be helped. Philly, some niggas, don't get me wrong, want to be helped, but majority of niggas don't want to be helped. A lot of niggas is stuck in their own ways of what they need.
And so, and
like,
especially me,
niggas need mental help more so than like community help. Like, we gonna do shit for the, like, we just got like the first mental health joint. I think it was a mental health urgent care or some shit like that. And it's only like one, but it's like the first one type shit. I forgot where they put it, but yeah, they did that shit, and it's like,
what's up? What's up, Dr. Patrick Crawford?
That shit, and this niggas is like that just don't want to help type shit. It's like it's a war in Philly right now, and then it's like a whole bunch of other shit going on.
So
right
my
now.
thing
Like,
about helping out communities. My thing about helping out communities, whatever, is if I just help out 2 families, I've made a difference. It ain't got to be everybody, because I can't, and no one can. Because, like you said, Gail, like you said, Oprah and all the other rich people in the world, like, yeah, they would have to take all of them, whatever, and they would have to want to come and help and have the same passion that I would have, whatever. But, like, I know that's not in reality, especially coming from a medical background, whatever. I already know I can't save everybody. So, I can only do what I can. So, if I can change 5 families, whatever, off of the community center, like, oh, you know, I sent a nigga to college. Or I sent a nigga to become a doctor. Or I got one dope boy off the street and became a doctor or a lawyer or whatever. Like, that's what I'm talking about when I say helping.
You better off just picking 5 random college students, just paying off their tuition, because...
And that could be what it could. And that could be 5 houses a year. And that could be 10 houses a year. Or, that's what I mean by I can only do what I can. And if, like, you know, if I can have the means...
You better off doing something like that, because you try to give a family... They say they struggling and this that, you're giving that bread, and what they're just struggling with, that money finna go to something completely motherfucking different.
No. They're not gonna sit here. They're not gonna regulate the situation. Back in the day, in the 90s, whatever, Ricky Lake would have guests on her show or whatever, and like they didn't do their homework or whatever, yes, people would come up there and like basically catfish them. It was like, you know, we've been living on the streets for 7 years, or my man cheated on me for 7 years, whatever, and then like, or like it was just something drama just to get on the TV show or whatever. So yeah, people do lie or whatever and those things, but yes, I would have feelers and people out there to go and handle those things, whatever. Like yes, and me spending my money, I want to come and see that situation. I want to come and see if your roof caving in. I want to see if you really got rats. I want to see, you know, like, is it really fucked up? Like, and then, like, if I can just help 5 people, 10 people, and then every year just build up a different, whatever, off of my success, hey, that's what I want to do. And it's not just going to be here in Philly. I mean, it's not going to be there in Philly. It's also going to be... here in the DMV area as well too. I plan on doing what I can. Hold on. Yes, TikTok, we still here.
Don't get me wrong, ain't nothing wrong with that, but I'm just saying certain motherfuckers want to be ungrateful and too, like certain motherfuckers you just can't help type shit.
And that's the same thing with family as well too.
Yeah, I'm just saying though, but it's just sad to say that Philly is like that though, because it's like, like it's wars going on in Philly and rapping niggas like with like say like Meek Mill when he rapping some of these little niggas deals to like stop beefing with niggas, stop these little wars and shit like that. Niggas laugh at that little shit. They like the shit you offered to sign me for. Like nigga, I already got that. Nigga, what's up my risk cost more than what you just offered me type shit. So why would I do that type shit? So it's like niggas is turning down the bigger chance of opportunities of getting out of these situations to better their families and shit to still do that dumb shit, be a hood rapper type shit. You feel me? So it's like,
Yo,
to
like
a
I
certain
said,
extent, it's like.
I can't help everybody. An opportunity out here. I'm opportunity. I'm knocking. You don't want my help. I'm not going to fight you to take my help either. I'm not going to be sitting there. I'm not one of those people. I've never been one of those people the type of like push religion on you or push what I believe on you or push anything like, hey, you don't want my help? Mm-mm. Yo, I think I got to a point nowadays where like and I'm saying this in the best way possible, like I will stand there like, you know, if a handicap or a disabled person like is like get ready to go in the door or whatever, it's got to a point where I just stand there like, if you don't ask me for my help, I will not help you, because one, I know that they don't want to be helped. If they like, they can do it on their own or whatever. So I just learned to step back and like, hey, just be helpful where you can, and then that's how I do it.
Yeah.
After an 18-year career of the medical field, whatever, you learn that you can't save everybody. You can't do any of those. Like, you only one person. You can only do what you can. You gotta show up. And that's why I tell people too. Like sometimes you gotta show up and just do what you can. Like you ain't gotta do it all. You ain't gotta save everything. Just do what you can. But like, yo, all right, y'all. We about to get up out of here. Thank you for joining us our first live. We got a lot of likes. You can definitely check out Shy on Go TV. On here. Say what?
Not about to say I'll put my shit in the comments. Add comment and link to my shit, so I believe y'all can click on that and go to my page, or you can just click on my shit in general. Either way.
Like, subscribe. Like and subscribe. Thank you guys for popping in, showing in, liking. Dr. Patrick popped in. Dr. Patrick Crawford, he's been a guest on the show. He was like on episode 3, I think. We gotta get him back on the show. All right, y'all. Hold on.